Hello everybody, and welcome back to another Hearthstone video. So today we're going to be tackling Heroic Nax. I'm super excited. Apparently it's really hard, so I'm really looking forward to trying it out. They actually give you a warning. That's wonderful. Alright, so now, once again, just like the regular thing, I have not looked at the internet for strategies or things they do. I'm doing this all on my own. I don't want any input because I want to discover it myself. However, what I did do, I figured that the Ramp Druid wouldn't be perfect for everything. And so I decided to try to make specific decks for each, what I thought would be effective for each, before looking at them. So,
Anub'Rekhan is one of my finest spider lords.
Yes, we did this before.
Interloper.
Wow, they're really serious about how hard this is. Oh, well, that's different. Summon a 4/4 Nerubian for 2 instead of the 3/1. Okay.
Is training acolytes to worship.
Okay, that's just the same. It's just fire a missile, but it's only 1 now. 0?
Spider.
This is still one of my favorite. It's cost 0 now, and it returns 2. Holy crap. Okay, so let me just show you the decks that I'm thinking about before we get into these. I will play them, but so for Anub'Rekhan, I thought that was a pretty straight up deck, and the Ramp Druid worked really well for it. But what I figured I'd do instead is just make up a quick old school Ancient Watcher deck. And the reason I figured I'd do that is because it's got silence mechanics in there in addition to the Keepers. So, I mean, it's a little bit better for that. I've put in some Kodos because I remember that he had things like the Death Lords and some other stuff that would be annoying. But otherwise, it's pretty much a standard sort of Watcher Druid deck. The Ramp Druid was fine. I figured I'd just tech in a couple of cards and add in a few more silences to deal with Anub'Rekhan. So that's pretty standard. For Faralina, I feel bad for doing this. I'm not sure, but I'm pretty much just going to use the Zoo because you know it is all about not having cards in your hand. And otherwise, she played pretty straight up. I felt it wasn't anything especially difficult. So I figured we'd go for the old school Zoo. So we'll see how that goes. And then for my Exna, I thought that I might try hardcore aggro mage. And a little bit different than normal. I made this up completely on my own. I didn't look at anything. I just sort of threw something together just to see. My goal was that, I'm even more happy now, especially that now it's free that I don't get 2 minions on the board every turn. All of the minions that I have are charge minions, and Battlecry minions in the case of the Nightblade, Stampeding Kodo. I have a couple of board wipes in there because I seem to recall that they were very big on lots and lots of 1 health minions, so the Arcane Explosion is in there, just the 1. I also have Ice Lances and Fireballs so that I can just sort of do the charge damage here and there and then burn her down at the end. And Ice Block is there for the reason of having the extra turn to do exactly that. So, they're not optimal. I made these decks in all of about a couple of minutes each. And the Zoo, of course, I just have kicking around for when I feel like a bad person. So let's get right into this and try Heroic Nax. I have full confidence that I will have to try this more than once. Okay, so we're gonna try the Watcher Druid for this one.
Malfurion versus Anub'Rekhan.
Welcome to my parlor.
I must protect the wild.
Okay, so this is actually not a bad start at all, and I think I will actually hang on to it. I like it. Ooh. Oh, that's the heroic card back you get for beating all these guys. Okay, so I think we are just going to innervate out the Harvest Golem right away. This is a nice fast start that I have going on, so yeah, let's do this. Oh, that's really awful. That's a great turn 1 play. It's actually going to be irrelevant because we're going to use Wrath and get rid of that, but that otherwise would have been terrible. Also, we could have done that, which would have been worse because I would have lost my minion. But yes, we will Wrath this. I wouldn't have, but A was the coin, and B, both of the minions in my hand are Battlecry minions. That is really going to be a bit of a problem, isn't it? Well, there is my other Wrath. Oh, hold on, I just noticed he had 45 health. What? That's ridiculous. Okay. Huh. Well, so I guess what we're gonna do here is... I guess we're gonna Wrath and kill it and trade? Or maybe I can just Wrath it and leave it. Or maybe perhaps even better, I can keep Wrath and I'll just taunt up the Harvest Golem and hit him in the face so that, you know... yeah, but then if he has some sort of a spell, it's a bit tricky. It's a bit tricky. Usually you're not expecting people to have infinite access to 4/4s on turn 2. Yeah, I think I have to be a little bit more aggressive in this game because I think that, given that I have a late game deck and he is going to have a lot of health, so it will absolutely go late game, I think that we're going to go for aggressive board presence. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's not pleasant. Of course, I forgot that he had more coils. Well, that'll be useful later on. Okay, so I think I'm going to trade for his board here and take some damage. We're going to Wrath 1 for 3 and Hero Power it, and then we'll just trade this one.
I got this.
Job's done.
I would love for him to put out a Death Lord, actually, this turn. That would basically make my day. This is not facilitating a Death Lord happening. Well, oh, wow. Well, the Kodo will at least get its value if I put it out. It'll kill one of these things and do 3 damage, so that's nice. Yep, I think the Kodo is the choice. You know, if I lose this, I might try this with a Control Paladin. Like a hardcore, old-school healing Tyrion, just sort of like a lot of big fat taunt card Control Paladin. Yeah, I think this is going to go poorly quickly. I think we're going to put a Yeti out, and we're going to Wild Growth. Yeah, because I can't really make better use, I think. I suppose I could kill one of the 4/4s with the Kodo and my Hero Power. And actually, maybe that is the better idea. Now that I think about it, taking 4 damage off the board. Yeah, we're going to do that. Yeah, I think a Control Paladin is the way to go with this. Well, at least that was a lot of overkill. There's that, if nothing else. Think about an Equality Consecrate here. Well, you came late to the party. Yeah, okay. So, I think we're basically just gonna... We're in the realm of conceding here.
For the wild.
In fact, we just lose.
What we do.
Well played.
It speaks.
Oh, that's cool. They respond. I should have been playing with it the whole time. Oh, did he just miss lethal? Huh. Maybe I did bad math. Oh no, he didn't miss lethal, of course, because I had the armor. So the swipe will be helpful, but the swipe will actually also not do anything. So let's, if we do... No, wait, does this do it to all characters? It is all characters. I'm just dead.
Well played.
It speaks.
It doesn't have a lot of creative responses. But there we go. Okay. Okay, so heroic Anub'Rekhan did a little number on the old Watcher deck. Now, do I actually have a Control Paladin made? I do have a Control Paladin made. Let's go for this. I assume I forget what's in this, but I think it's a pretty stock thing, so we'll give it a shot.
Uther versus Anub'Rekhan.
Welcome to my parlor.
I will fight with honor.
Okay, so that's going to go away. Equality's nice, but I don't think... I do want to keep the sword around. I think that equality is less important at the moment. We'll just do that. Yeah, okay, so it's a slow hand, but it's a Control Paladin. What do you want? Consecration's nice.
Done.
Oh. Well, I forgot that I even had those in there. That would be helpful.
Reporting for duty.
Naxxramas is ours.
See now, if I had a means by which to consecrate this turn, that would be lovely. But of course, I don't. So we're gonna put out another one of these guys and just keep going. The Shade would be easy to kill with the consecration on the first turn, but so be it. If he lets it out, I can always Hammer of Wrath at next turn, though. Which I would very much like, but I don't think he's actually going to use it. Oh, he is, too! Well, that was probably a stupid thing. Now, I think what I might do instead is I will True Silver the Skitterer. And I think I will wait for a turn, because I can Hammer of Wrath this next turn as well. I could also Consecrate right at the moment, but I don't actually think that's worth it. I think we're going to do this, and get rid of that. Well, that is annoying. Soon, though, we will come into our own. So I think we're going to Hammer of Wrath, the Shade. That's a nice thing to have. We have the combo now, so all is well, and I think we're going to get rid of this, because that's actually much more annoying to me than the 4/4.
What we do.
Okay, so what's the best thing to do? I could put out Cairn, and Cairn is an interesting thing to do. I like Cairn. I could silence the Abomination, but or I could Equality Consecrate, and I don't actually think that's the right idea right now. It's too small, and last turn last game I saw what he did with an open board, so I think I'm actually just going to put Cairn down. You can't actually kill that without trading them both. At the moment, he could have a good spell, so yeah, that's going to look a lot better for Equality Consecration. Much better for Equality Consecration. Yep, I think that's the right choice. So we're going to use Equality, and I will lose Cairn in that, but that's okay. Actually, that's true. Do I even need to burn the Consecration? I don't. That gives me a lot more options. Because if I Equality right now, I will just trade Cairn for the Abomination, and all will be good. It'll be the same result, except it's basically like Consecration already, so I will do that. And then what can I do here? Yeah, I think that we can put out the sword, actually.
For honor.
It's probably the best choice. Yep. Yeah, we're gonna do the sword, and I would like to heal. It's okay, Tyrion's gonna come down next turn, I think. Which will be great. That's annoying. Immortal Coil.
You love my
Oh.
new recipe.
That was an interesting choice. Yep, I think we're going to go Tyrion. Guardian of Kings is tempting given my health, but I think we are going to go for Tyrion. Yep. Yep.
Put your faith in the light.
I am going to put my faith in the light. And I think... Am I willing to trade the health to get rid of the 4/4? I'm only down to 9 at that point. I think that I am willing to do that. It's a shame that my alchemist is... I can't kill the alchemist with Bane, but so be it. That is a nice thing to have in the field. Ugh, so many creatures. Okay, so... how do we handle this? Let me think. Well, I think that the right thing to do probably is going to be to kill the ambusher, but the question is whether or not I faceless Tyrion first. Even though he's a 6/4 at the moment. The Guardian of Kings is also very tempting. Yeah, I think we're going to faceless. And maybe Defender of Argus? Yeah, actually I like that idea. So we're going to Defender of Argus in between the two. We're going to faceless the Tyrion, and then we will kill the Anabar Ambusher. And then we have Ashbringer. And at least some degree of Taunt Wall, too.
Don't test me, child. For justice. Job's done.
We're not on solid ground yet. We're really not. Oh, jeez. Well, but that's okay. That's really very damaging to him. I think we're on the fringe of recovering, though. I think we're in a good place. So, I'm going to put down the Guardian of Kings, I think. And I think, much as I don't like to do it, I think I'm going to blow Tyrion on this. I really can't afford the damage at the moment, and that means I'm going to use Ashbringer first. And then I get 5 charges of the Ashbringer, so that's not so bad. So we'll Guardian of Kings, like so. And I guess we're going to throw down a recruit or an ooze, probably a recruit. And yep, we'll attack him. This. Fresh Ashbringer, do so, and do like so. I don't think he can get a weapon, so that's just fine. We're doing better. We're doing better. It's more even. Yeah, I thought that would happen. That's why I was interested in trading Tyrion. Good lord, this is difficult. Alright, so it seems to me as though the double Azure Drake is not a bad plan. Yeah, I could do a Harvest Golem and an Acidic Swamp Ooze and an Azure... Well, we're gonna do one. We're gonna do one. That's really, really nice. Yeah, I think I'm interested in... Yeah, that's a tough choice, because if he does another Locust Swarm, they will both live, and these will not. These can also trade with the Skitterers. I don't have any... well, I do have spells. Okay, fine. Let's do that.
For justice.
Yeah, okay, that's nice. I'm cycling pretty well as well. This will put me down to 9 cards. Yeah, there we go. Locust Swarm. And Hero Power? Mortal Coil. Okay. And Hero Power. Yeah, okay. Well, that's okay. We can trade. That's not a big deal. I'm pretty happy to make that trade, in fact. Yep, so I think we're going to lay on hands, and we're going to make that trade. And we're probably going to do that in that order, aren't we? Yes. Perfect. Okay, so we will trade. And I'll throw down this time the Acidic Swamp Ooze. Have something else to, something that can maybe trade up a little bit. This is turning around.
Does not scare me.
Okay, this is reasonable territory, I think, for maybe Equality Consecrate. Wow. Okay, so that's a really scary looking board. Equality Consecration looks good, except that out of that, there's going to be a lot of spiders and a 4/4 again. But I will have another minion on the table. I mean, I could Spellbreaker the egg first, and then Equality Consecrate? Yeah, that would be exactly 10 mana, and I think that would be a reasonable choice. Yeah, because I actually really want this guy to do the Death Rattle, so yeah, that is what we're going to do. We're going to Spellbreaker the egg, to Equality, and we are going to Consecrate. Give me dat minion. Make it rag. Wild Pyro. Well. Oh, that's great! Except that it also cleared my stuff. Okay, so, well, not so bad. That's interesting. That triggered even after everything had happened. That's an interesting interaction.
Death does not scare me.
You know, I just dealt with you. Man, even without cards, he's scary, because look at all this. Yeah. Oh, but that's the most beautiful thing in the world.
None.
Now, hold on, before I do that, because we're definitely going to do that, is there anything that would prevent me from doing exactly that? No. No, basically not.
None shall
Now, I think I still have... I do have Rag in here, right? Oh, well, that's too bad to come out without the Battle Cry. That would have been nice. Okay, so far that has actually done not a lot of great things for me. Okay, so what can we do? We can Defender of Argus, which is not a terrible idea. We can also Harvest Golem, or we can use the Hero Power, and we could also Consecrate, but I think that's a bad idea. So I'm interested, I think, in maybe Defender of Argus on these two. Or actually, Defender of Argus in the middle, and then I'd be happy to trade with the Skitterer. Yep, I like that. Now he has no cards, which is great. Oh, cool. Go here. Yep. Well, this is good. I think we've got this in the bag now. I think that the appropriate play here is probably Ysera, or I could do the Uldor Peacekeeper on this guy. Yep, Uldor Peacekeeper and Sylvanas I think is strong.
Follow the rule.
Or 2 Harvest Golems. If he draws Locust Swarm, Sylvanas is better. Okay. So it turns out that an old school Control Paladin is the way to get rid of Anub'Rekhan. Alright. Hot damn. So there it goes.
eyes are open. I'm invincible.
Perfect. Alright, so that's one heroic boss down.
Never defeat the Grand
Let's try Fairlina, and let's go right for the zoo, because what we won't do is Fairlina with a Control Paladin. That would be all the way suicide.